संसद में जब महाराष्ट्र के मुख्यमंत्री देवेंद्र जी एमएलए थे और वो दोनों एक मंच पे थे, और आज पता नहीं इतने सालों बाद और परसों आईआईटी में उनका एक भाषण हुआ तो वहाँ पे उन्होंने भारतीय छात्र संसद के बारे में बात की और सभी युवकों से आपकी तरफ से डिमांड आई कि अर्नब जी को बुलाया जाए। काफ़ी लोगों ने बोला। मैं इतना ही कहना चाहूँगा कि पत्रकारिता में एक बहुत अच्छे बेंचमार्क्स काफ़ी लोगों ने पिछले 100 सालों में इंडिपेंडेंस के बाद में काफ़ी लोगों ने एक बेंचमार्क्स क्रिएट किए। प्रणव रॉय साहब ने, आप जानते हैं कि मतलब जिनको एक फादर ऑफ द, जिस तरीके से मीडिया में उन्होंने एक काम खड़ा किया, और बाकी भी काफ़ी लोगों के नाम लिए जा सकते, किसी एक दो लोगों के नाम लेना ठीक नहीं है। बट मैं समझता हूँ कि अर्नब जी ने जिस तरीके से पिछले 5-10 सालों में पूरे भारत में जो काम करके दिखाया, जो करेज, और मुझे नहीं लगता कि इतना करेजियस जर्नलिस्ट पूरे भारत में कोई होगा आज के डेट में, कि जिस ताकत से मैं पत्रकारिता अपनी अपनी तरीके से हर कोई कर रहा है, बहुत बढ़िया से कर रहा है, अलग अलग लोग अलग अलग तरीके से अपना अपना। बट मुझे लगता है कि टीवी के ऊपर तो मैं हमेशा जब भी कभी बात करता हूँ उनसे, तो मैं लगता हूँ अर्नब जी आपको बचाइए, आपको प्रोटेक्ट करिए। तो अभी मैं थोड़ी देर पहले भी बोल रहा था, मुझे डर लगता है आप जैसे बात करते हैं ना कभी कभी, यू आर एसेट ऑफ दिस नेशन। तो बोले राहुल मुझे कोई डरने की बात नहीं, ये मेरी ताकत है, ये मेरी ताकत है। Arnab ji, I hand over to you, and I am so thankful. Your transparency, commitment, determination, country sees that. And I think we all love you, and Republic will be the big hit in the vastness of the nation. We are very, very confident. All my wishes to you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Please participate wholeheartedly, all my dear student leaders. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Rahul. And thank you, students and respected members on the dais. I'm not taking all names. Thank you very much. I think in 2012, English में बोलूं? हिंदी बहुत अच्छी नहीं है, बीच-बीच में कोशिश करूंगा. As long as I can communicate to you, I'm fine. So I will have a lot of questions for this audience today. Are you ready to answer some of my questions? Should we talk to each other? Because in TV only I shout and everyone listens. In fact, I said that for the last 2 months, I think 1 month and 3 weeks I have not been on TV. And Rahul, this is a big risk. It's like giving a hungry man a full meal. You put a mic in front of me and you say, आप जितना देर बोलना चाहते हैं बोल लीजिए. I'm very happy because the politicians are getting 3 minutes and I'm getting non-stop time. It's excellent. Anyway, even on my program, the politicians get 3 minutes and I get non-stop time. Very good afternoon to you. I came here in 2012, Rahul, I think you remember that. In 2010, I took on the corrupt political system in this country head on. And I challenged them by breaking a series of scams on our channel. I hope you remember some of them. Do you remember the Commonwealth Games scam? Do you or do you not? You remember the 2G scam, Devasis Row scam, Aircel Maxis scam. It was a season of scams between 2010 and 2011. And in 2011, a marketing genius called Arvind Kejriwal came and said that he has broken all the scams. And I told Arvind, and I will tell him again if required, that Arvind Kejriwal, you did the marketing, we broke the scams. Where was Arvind Kejriwal when we were breaking the Commonwealth Games scam? He built a political party on the basis of our work. But we broke the scams. We took the risk. We challenged the political establishment. We looked at the politicians in the eye and we asked them questions. We made them feel uncomfortable. We made them feel insecure. And we made them feel afraid. And I think it's necessary that the corrupt politicians in this country should be afraid of the media and the people. Am I right or wrong? And that is when, in 2012, I came to the Bharatiya Chhatra Sansad, the Indian Students' Parliament. And in 2011 and 2012, a lot of these politicians, these corrupt politicians, wanted to put me down. And a lot of them did everything possible to silence us. They threatened us. Some of them indirectly put legal cases against us. We were told that you will lose your jobs, but we were not afraid. We were told that you'll have to pay hundreds of crores of rupees because we'll file big cases against you, but we were not afraid. We were told that you will be on the streets of this country if you take on the central government in India, but we were not afraid. We sat face to face and eye to eye with the then Prime Minister of India, Dr. Manmohan Singh, when he decided to hold a press conference, which itself was breaking news because Manmohan Singh usually didn't speak. We asked him the questions. We were not afraid. And in 2012, in those circumstances, I came to the Indian Students' Parliament. And I addressed this audience like I'm addressing you today. And I went back with so much love, so much affection, and so much support that from this very dais, Rahul, of your Bharatiya Chhatra Sansad, I said in 2012 that the time has come for the birth of independent media in this country. You remember that in 2012. And how time flies, Rahul. If you see that speech, you will remember that from this Indian Students' Parliament, I said that in the next 4 or 5 years, independent media in this country will be born. And I said that in 4 or 5 years, from the soil of India, we will not just have an independent media, but we will have an international news channel if required. We will have a global presence. We will compete with the BBCs and the CNNs. And 5 years from that speech, I'm before you today, and I'm here to announce the launch of my own independent news venture, our venture, your and my venture. And I want to know whether you know the name of this venture. Do you know the name? Do you know the name of what we are launching? Can you say it? Can I feel your support here today? I will say it and then you will say it behind me. Because I have said that one man can't change everything. Neither can a group of journalists change everything. But we, the people, can change everything. And people have told me that they will win and you will lose. And I've asked them why. They said because they have lots of money and you don't have money. They have lots of political influence and you don't have political influence. They have lots of power and money and that is why they will win. And I have said to them that Republic will win and they will lose. And I want today to feel your support. I will ask you in one word, please reply. Please tell me, what is the name of the independent news organization that we are about to build? Can you say it in one word for me? Can I hear your power, please? What is it, please? Republic. Republic. And Republic is for you. And Republic is not a channel. Republic is a people's movement. And I am here today from the Indian Students' Parliament challenging each and every one of those people who say they will win and I will lose. We will say we will win and they will lose because journalism will win and money will lose. Idealism will win and money will lose. People's power will win and money will lose because we have had enough in this country. Enough injustice. We spoke about the freedom of expression and its limits. Who are we to speak about the limits of freedom of expression? In a country where the freedom of expression has only been abused and abused for years by the wrong people. Today is the time to take that power back in our hands. And 5 years back, after the Indian Students' Parliament, I come to you today because me and a small group of journalists have decided the following things. The first is this. The time in Indian media has come to be answerable to nobody but you, which is the people in this republic. The time in Indian media has come when those with big and unlimited sacks of money, black or white, often black. They should not control pressure and try their best to dictate what you and I should do or not do. The time has come in Indian journalism to say that your voice is something that even the largest bags of money cannot buy. And the time has come in Indian media when, instead of being awestruck by the BBCs and the CNNs, the West should no longer tell us how to think, how to speak, how to function, how to take our country forward or backward. And certainly the West should not try to teach us anymore in the India of 2017 how to do our journalism. The time has come. It is time for Indian journalism to become your voice, the voice of the largest democracy in the planet, and to use it to put a mirror back on the West. For the last 100 years, this Western media, these so-called groups of the BBCs and CNNs, have tried to put a mirror on our great civilization. They have tried to say that they have a right to tell us what we are as a civilization and as a people. And in Moscow, in December 2012, I simply made one statement on a forum where there were people from Al Jazeera, BBC, CNN, Chinese television, and others. And I said, the time for the hegemony of Western media must end. We must have a balance of power in the world. So we are here before you as Republic, not just to be an independent voice in Indian media, but eventually using the power of digital, technology, and youth, and our deep understanding of a language called English, which, believe me, we speak better than those in London. We should be able to use this powerful combination to provide a counterbalance to the narrative in the world. And in 2017, going forward, believe me, we will start a serious challenge to Western media from the soil of this great country. From Pune and Mumbai and Bangalore, we will challenge the dominance of the Western media. And I announce it here today from the Indian Students' Parliament. And that is why we have decided to launch Republic. Over the last 2 months, we've been working 18 hours a day from a tiny workspace in Mumbai. I've been traveling a lot. I traveled to Delhi. I spoke at Mumbai at the IIT Mood Indigo Festival with Mr. Fadnavis. I was recently in Bengaluru at the Under 25 Summit, and today I am among you, the student parliamentarians in Pune. Believe me, wherever I go, through each interaction, I feel an electrifying amount of energy from the youth, which makes me believe more than ever before in this philosophy and this movement called Republic. And let me now tell you why. Republic is not just a news channel. Republic is not just a media technology company. It is not going to be just India's first global footprint in global journalism. Republic is a movement to put the power back in your voice in a country that is the world's most vibrant democracy. And in that pursuit, over the last 2 months that I have been off air, I have often asked myself, what kind of movement do we want it to be? What kind of country do we want India to be? And today I want to ask you some questions because it is for your India that Republic will fight. And here are my questions to you today. Please respond to me as loudly as you can. Do you want a country in which a 16-year-old Kashmiri actor called Zaira Wasim, who acted wonderfully in Dangal, is made to publicly apologize for meeting the democratically elected chief minister of the state? Sitting in India, can we afford to take a quote-unquote neutral position in which this teenager faces abuse and public humiliation for being Indian? Are we going to allow this country to be dominated by these elements? I want to hear from you today. Do you know about what happened to Zaira Wasim? Do you know what happened to Zaira Wasim? She was made to publicly apologize for meeting the Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir. We had someone from Jammu and Kashmir who spoke earlier today. It's a disgrace that we allowed it to happen. We must silence those people who tried to silence her. We must make her feel stronger. We cannot stand by and say it is somebody else's problem. Because if you are quiet today, there will be thousands and thousands of Zaira Wasims there in the future. And in this Indian Students' Parliament, you must take a vow not to let that kind of incident happen. And I want to ask the media of this country. I want to ask the media of this country, where has the fear gone? लोग डरते क्यों नहीं हैं आजकल? मीडिया का डर कहां चला गया है? एक 16 साल की लड़की, एक बच्ची, एक वंडरफुल एक्टर के साथ इस तरह का इंसिडेंट हुआ, मीडिया कहां थी? एक दिन न्यूज टेलीकास्ट करके अगले दिन कुछ और करने से नहीं होगा. I also want to ask you, do you want a country in which just 45 minutes from where we are gathered today, from here, a 19-year-old girl was threatened, assaulted, and raped in broad daylight in Pimpri. And the national media channels were quiet about it. There was no public movement. There was no campaign. There was no national initiative of it. The national media is more interested in this game going on between Akhilesh and Mulayam. What kind of media is this? What kind of media is this? Who will be afraid of such a media in which you distract people's attention with political games, but the real issues of the people are avoided? Do you want a country in which the media goes silent when on the 27th of December, a terrorist called Masarat Alam is released from jail after 6 years, despite orchestrating the most bloody killings in the Kashmir Valley? Where was the media of this country when Masarat Alam was released? I want to know, where were they? What is wrong with the media of this country of late? Why have they gone quiet? Whose interests are they representing? Are they representing your interest? Are they? I want to hear this louder. A media that does not speak for what happens in Pune. A media that does not speak about what happens with Zaira Wasim. A media that does not speak about what happened with Masarat Alam. And in this country, when 2611 mastermind Hafiz Saeed, on the 12th of January 2017, openly stood in Pakistan and took credit for the brutal killing of our armed forces personnel in Akhnur, the national media, instead of talking about it, went silent about it. Was the national media on a New Year's holiday on the 12th of January? Does it worry you or not about whether your issues are being represented by the media of this country? And what did we see in the media for 2 weeks non-stop? This jugalbandi between Akhilesh, Mulayam, and Shivpal. And by the way, since we are in Pune, I have a friend in Pune and his name is called Suresh Kalmadi. Suresh Kalmadi of Pune. Do we want a country which allows Suresh Kalmadi to stroll about and be bestowed with the honor of being appointed life president of the Indian Olympic Association after being in charge of a scam that choked thousands of crores of rupees of taxpayer money, where was the national media when Suresh Kalmadi was being reappointed as life president of the Indian Olympic Association? Where was the media then, I'm asking you here today? It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace. And these people, that media which is quiet on Zaira Wasim, on the rape in Pune, on Masarat Alam, on Hafiz Saeed and Suresh Kalmadi, that media which I call Lutyens media, wants to teach us journalism. Should I learn journalism from them? It is my belief that we don't want such a country. It is my belief that each one of you feels as angry about these incidents as I do. It is my belief that you and I and all the 8 or 9 or 10,000 people who are in this audience, that we can take this anger, we can channelize this anger, and we can channelize the restlessness of not being bowed and weighed down by the status quo, that we can come together and fight for a new India. I believe in a new India. I believe in my heart that this country can change. And I know this country will change, because I know that you will not take it lying down. And I know that somewhere deep down, you believe in the journalism that we are doing. I don't need to put my record before you, but you know that we have fought the Zakir Naiks to say that it is wrong, Mr. Zakir Naik. It is wrong. It is wrong, Mr. Zakir Naik, to use the garb of religion to preach hate. We've said this today. We have fought the Suresh Kalmadis to say that it is wrong, no matter how powerful you are, to tolerate corruption as the norm. And someone mentioned what happened in JNU. I would also say that we have said that it is wrong. It is fundamentally wrong to talk about Bharat ki barbadi. We said today it is wrong to talk about the breaking up of this beautiful, large, and our country called India. It is wrong to make it a fashion to threaten the sovereignty of our nation. It is wrong to say that my freedom of expression allows me to openly speak about the secession and breakup of this country. And if it is wrong, then I will speak up against it, and I hope that I will have your support when we do so on the Republic. We have fought all these people. We did a campaign against VVIP racism. We said it is wrong to use your Lal Batti culture to hold up an ambulance, because inside an ambulance, tomorrow, someone from your family may be held up when a VVIP does not allow the car to proceed. We have fought everything. We have left nothing. We fought everything, everyone. We have fought religion. Those who laugh at our promise to challenge global media must know today that in no country in the world is there a media that challenges religion. We in India have the guts to challenge religion. I want to know which American or British journalist has the courage and the guts to stand up against the most established so-called religious practices of this country. We have fought about why women should not be allowed to enter Shani Shignapur. We have fought about why women should not be allowed to enter the Haji Ali Shrine. We have fought about why women should not be allowed to enter the Sabrimala Shrine. And we have pitted our logic against their beliefs. And we have stood up on the field and in TV studios and said that if you use religion to justify tradition, then remember at one point of time in this country, some people had said that the practice of sati is also a religious practice. But one man had stood up against it. We have put ourselves forward to fight as your front because we believe that a combined 1.3 billion voices coming together to demand change, and we believe once again, as we grow louder, even if our vocal cords tear, more fearless if the threats are mounting like never before, and we will be completely independent in the way that we are not answerable to any party office or corporate giant. Some people ask me today, what is Republic for? Republic is for those who stand with the right and fearlessly shout loud against the wrong. Republic is simply for those who have an undying belief in their aspirations and idealism to build a better India. Republic is simply for those who speak up when someone pays their way to get through to a college. Republic is for those who take pride in standing up for the national anthem in a theater. Not for people who say that when the national anthem plays and I sit down, it is an exercise of my freedom of expression. Republic is for those who simply refuse to be grey about standing up with the armed forces. We stand up for the armed forces. Republic is for those who believe that they have the power of their voice to change the country, no matter how uphill the task is or who they are up against. Republic is simply to have the fearlessness because we will stand together. And we must stand together. Because all that we have is our common belief. Somewhere I know there are so many of you sitting here today, and I cannot meet your eyes, but I hope somewhere you feel that I'm speaking on your behalf. Because Rahul asked me today that he fears for my security. Rahul, this is my security blanket. This is absolutely everything that I have. And some will ask me why you're doing this. Because I don't think this country can be represented by the Kalmadis. This country cannot be represented by those people who refuse to take sides between India and Pakistan. This country will not be represented for those who fight for women's rights selectively, depending on whether the lady was attacked in New Delhi or Pune. And this country cannot be represented by people who refuse to stand up for the national anthem and talk about Bharat ki barbadi. I challenge them to put their logic against me. Some people say, when we picked up what happened in JNU, some people said that you're speaking up against the students. Are you not students? What is it to say that a group of people who have made the destruction of India into a political slogan should represent all of you? Do these people represent all of you? I'm asking you today. Do they? Do they represent you? And if they don't, then why are you quiet? Don't be quiet. Support us in Republic, because this country is about to change. When I entered college, I entered with good marks and got into a good college. And in my first year, I was reminded through the Mandal Commission agitation that the only thing that matters for the politicians is your caste. Believe me, as a 17-year-old, when you stand after getting entry into a college and when you're taking your bag and you're walking into your college door and you feel optimism in your heart, as a 17-year-old, when you want to do something, and when you know that you worked hard, and I studied in Jabalpur in Kendriya Vidyalaya there. When I entered my big college in Delhi, my dreams were open in front of me. But you know what these politicians did? They introduced the Mandal Commission in my first year of college. And in my first year of college, I was told that it doesn't matter what you are a Goswami. In my second year of college, we used to go and see films in a movie hall called Chanakya in Delhi. I don't know how many of you are from Delhi, but in my time, it was the PVR of its time. We were driving back from watching a second show, and we were wearing bandanas and driving on bikes. And we were stopped near Chandni Chowk. And the police personnel told us, where are you going? आप कहाँ से जा रहे हो? हमने कहा मूवी देख के आ रहे हैं वापस. तो बोला आपको आज रात बाइक चला के अकेले में नहीं जाना चाहिए, इस रास्ते से नहीं. और हमने पूछा क्यों नहीं? बोला क्योंकि बाबरी मस्जिद तोड़ा गया है. So in my second year of college, I was reminded by these politicians that they will divide us once again on the basis of religion. What happens to a teenager who at the age of 17 is reminded of his caste and at the age of 19 is reminded of his religion? Does he become cynical or does he become angry? I am angry. And I'm angrier today, and I was telling Rahul about it. I'm angrier that 25 years have passed. But there are still attempts being made by the same politicians to divide you on the basis of your caste, on the basis of your religion, on the basis of your state and what you believe in. I want to request you, don't let them win. Fight them. Fight them hard. Because your future is at stake. My generation lost out a lot because we allowed the politicians to sit on top of us and divide us apart. Promise me today, as I launch Republic, that you will allow nothing to divide you. All you are is the youth. All you are young people. All that you are is the future of this country. All that you are students and student parliamentarians. You are nothing else. You are just Indian youth. Promise me you will never forget that. Promise me that in a louder voice here today. This country is changing, and this country will change. I couldn't imagine how much this country would change in 10 years. I couldn't imagine that 10 years back, we would uproot the center of Indian journalism from Delhi and take it to Mumbai. आज भारतीय जर्नलिज्म की केंद्र बिंदु नई दिल्ली नहीं है. आज भारतीय जर्नलिज्म की केंद्र बिंदु मुंबई होगी, पुणे होगी, बेंगलुरु होगी, गुवाहाटी होगी, कन्याकुमारी होगी, मगर नई दिल्ली नहीं होगी. क्योंकि नई दिल्ली में जितनी जर्नलिज्म हो रही है वो सारी करप्टेड और कॉम्प्रोमाइज जर्नलिज्म हो रही है वहां पे. I could not imagine that that change would happen in 10 years. I could not imagine that with what we can do in technology, that nothing in the world can today stop me from reaching you. This is the age of the internet. We are launching Republic as a channel, but we will also be on every digital platform. Nobody today, with the technology that I have, can stop me from reaching you. And I could not imagine 10 years ago that I would be standing here before you with the fearlessness and belief in an independent media in India. But here I am before you today. And I have a team which is working very hard. My team will bring you Republic because we know in our hearts that you deserve better. You deserve better media than what you've got so far. I have tried in the last 7 to 8 years to do what I can. But let me ask you some questions. Will you respond to me, please? Will you back Republic when we fight for each one of you? Will you back Republic when we run behind with a mic behind those politicians who demand accountability? Will you back us then? Because we are just one group of people. Imagine us, a group of people working in Mumbai, but we believe that we can change this country. But I want to hear this louder from you here today. Will you back Republic when we fight those who disrespect the nation or the national anthem? Will you fight with us then? Will you back Republic when we fight for your fundamental rights which you've been denied for all these years, and we fight the politicians who try to divide you on caste and religion? Will you back us then? And will you back Republic when we take to the streets if required to protest for you? Will you back Republic when we fight for democracy to put the citizen first? Will you back Republic when we take the media out of Delhi to Raigarh, Latur, Kolhapur, Kota, Bhopal, Asansol, Gulbarga, Kanpur, Jabalpur, anywhere but New Delhi? Will you back us then as we decentralize the media in this country? Will you back us then? And will you back Republic when we are fighting for you despite threats and abuse? Will you back us then? Will you back us when we camp day and night from this moment on to put the spotlight back on you? Help us to build a better India. Help us to build an India that you carve out, an India that you want, an India of the future. Help me today to build the India that I wanted this country to be when I entered Hindu College in 1990. 26 years have passed. I will never forget that day. I entered Delhi University with my degree and my books. And I stood there at Kranti Chowk between Ramjas College and Hindu College. And I saw students being pitted against each other on the basis of caste. I was also 17 years old then. How many of you are 17, 18 years old? You want this country to change. Do you believe that 26 years later you can take the future into your hands? Help us build an India in which you choose between right and wrong and fight for it together. Because Republic is not a channel. Republic is our movement. Thank you very much for hearing me here today. Thank you, Rahul. Thank you, students. Thank you for your support. And I hope to come back soon to the Indian Students' Parliament. And I hope that not too long from now.
We want a big standing ovation to Arnab ji. I think, thank you so much, Arnab ji. What a fantastic delivery.
Thank you.
And it is from core of heart. And we all believe this is also a movement, the Bharatiya Chhatra Sansad, and we have to back this very movement of Republic. Thank you so much.
Show me your hands. Show me your hands in support today. I love you all. You are the future of this country. Please support Republic and we will not lose. Thank you very much, students. Thank you, Bharatiya Chhatra Sansad. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, Rahul.
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया अर्नब गोस्वामी जी, आपका अपने अपनी बात कही, आप अपना स्थान ग्रहण करें। बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। और क्वेश्चन आंसर्स अभी कर लें? अभी कर लें? ओके। तो क्वेश्चन आंसर्स मेरे ख्याल से आपके तैयार हैं। पूछिए अपने सवाल।
Thank you, Neelam ji. I would like to repeat myself for Arnab ji and as well as for my student friends. Chota sawal, chota jawab, so that I can take as many questions as possible. Okay, so the first question comes from podium number 1 from Mr. Shreyas. Mr. Shreyas from podium number 1. Arnab ji, you will see the question, the one who's asking question on the screen on your left-hand side. Down, yeah. Please go ahead, Shreyas. Shreyas, please go ahead. Chota sawal, chota jawab, quickly.
Sir, the nation wants to know why you never gave a fair chance to the views of the people you didn't want to hear. Will that change in your new venture, Republic?
Where are you, Shreyas?
Right-hand side. There.
Oh, Shreyas, hi.
Hi, sir.
Yeah, I'll try and give people more chance to speak in Republic. I assure you that. But the problem is, Shreyas, can I ask you a counter question?
Yes, sir.
Bad habit, Shreyas. Shreyas, I have this bad habit. I don't do this at home. But Shreyas, have you ever seen a single politician finish their answer on their own?
No, sir.
And so I have to interrupt them. But I'll give them a greater chance to speak next time, Shreyas. But I hope that you will also watch and support Republic.
Yes, sir. We share same school, St. Vincent's High School.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I hope that was Sarthak and not Shreyas. You are Sarthak, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I would-
Sarthak, I'm sorry for getting your name wrong, Sarthak. Thank you.
Now I would like to call Shreyas Bafna on the same podium. Shreyas Bafna, do we have him there? Podium number 1, Shreyas Bafna. I guess. Okay, we'll move on with podium number 3, Maitreyi on podium number 3.
Good evening, sir. My question is, would you support an independent body to observe media like the Election Commission of India? And who could be a part of it?
Thank you for your question. We have a body called the News Broadcasters Association, and we have another body called the Broadcast Editors Association, which does self-regulation of the media. I would not support a body that gets any powers from the government, by which I mean a statutory body, because it will be very dangerous in India if the government, regardless of whether it's Congress or BJP or any government, gets control over the media. I think the right of the media to control itself is its own right. It is given to us by the constitution of this country. It is not a gift given to us by politicians. And can you imagine if they were to monitor us in all our coverage of the scams? Do you think the previous government would have allowed us to do what we did? So we must be very careful against allowing the government any entry into the regulation of media. We must regulate ourselves. Much like you in the students' parliament are eventually regulating yourself because you think you are mature enough and responsible enough to carry out your duties, we also believe that as journalists, we are responsible and mature enough to do what we need to do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We'll quickly go to podium number 2. Manav Pimpalkar would like to ask the question from podium number 2. Manav, do we have?
Yes.
Yes, please go ahead quickly.
Sir, in recent news, you left Times Now, or you resigned Times Now, and Barkha Dutt too resigned from her channel. So do you think we can expect a collaboration sometime soon?
Where are you, my friend?
Here.
Left-hand side behind.
Sir, I can assure you from the bottom of my heart, there's no...
Sir, India wants to know.
What does the nation want to know? So I do journalism. I don't know what she does. So I'll do my journalism, she can do what she does. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, do we have Shreyas Bafna from podium number 1? Do we have him? Okay. Arnabji, there is a question which we have received from social media online. Let me ask you the question on behalf of Abhishek Vyas, who's asking this question from Gujarat. Why did you leave the Times Now job? Was it difficult for you to work with it? So this is the question from Abhishek Vyas from Gujarat.
I felt I could be even more independent on my own. Simple as that. And I asked myself this question, that how would it be if a group of journalists come together, journalists, producers come together and become completely independent? And I said, it's a beautiful idea. And then I'm not making this up, but I remember the roar of support that I got when I came here in 2012. And I felt that the people of this country were with us. And I feel that the youth of this country is with me. So I decided to go out on my own. And I am, as they say in English, floating on hope. You are my hope. I'm floating on your support. And I know somewhere that you will not let me sink. Will you support me? I'm a great believer in the future. So I just decided one day, and I decided to have a fresh start, and here I am. Thank you.
For the answer. I think I have received one more very apt question from Maithili, who's from Delhi. She's asking this question from Twitter, and she asks, why media houses, of course, media houses are like a company. Why media houses cannot operate as a charitable trust? Why a company? Why a business company?
They can If people support and people fund media, they can. But we need advertisements to continue. But all we take is advertisements. And I'd also like to tell you one thing, that we are not in the business of making political parties happy or taking advertisements from political parties. We do our journalism, people advertise. For me, it's not a business. If there was a business, I would do many other businesses. This is not a business. This is my life's work. This is social change. This is a genuine attempt at changing this country. And it comes from my core, because people tell us you take risks, you do this and that. There are many other ways to earn money. I am not in this business of media to earn money. I would say those who want to earn money can do something else. I do it because I believe in it. And I think it's a good thing to do.
Thank you, Arnab ji. And the last question that was designated for Shreyas Bafna, who was supposed to ask this question from podium number 1, but I don't know where is he. So I'll just ask his question. In 2012, the interview of Narendra Modi ji, there were many tough questions from your side. But in your 2016's interview with him, you asked really simple questions. Why is that so?
Well, I think if you were to ask that question to Subramaniam Swamy, he would not agree with you. I have asked every question to the sitting Prime Minister of India. And I have not left any question unasked. After my interview with the Prime Minister of India, there were 20 or 30 other journalists who got a chance to ask questions to the Prime Minister from different newspapers. They could not get any headline from their interactions. I asked the Prime Minister about Pakistan. I don't think that's an easy or simple question. I asked the Prime Minister about the financial situation of the country. I asked the Prime Minister about the comments of Subramaniam Swamy. I asked the Prime Minister questions from economy to foreign policy, to the twists and turns of Pakistan policy and China. And I referred to the Prime Minister as Mr. Prime Minister. If anyone believes that simply sitting and disrespecting a sitting Prime Minister of India is fashionable, then I don't agree with that. I believe I did a professional job of my interview with the Prime Minister of India. I also did a professional job of all my other interviews as well. I am not responsible for how the other person answers the question. If the Prime Minister answers the questions in a certain way, but other people answer questions in a different way, those people are responsible. I have done my job professionally as a journalist on each and every occasion. I can assure you that.
Thank you. Thank you very much. A big round of applause for Arnab Goswami ji. Thank you very much, sir, for answering all our questions. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you.
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया अर्नब गोस्वामी जी। और आपने आज अर्नब